What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Holly if you're new, and today we're talking about how to run faster. Easily the most asked question in running. This is the thing that everyone is chasing. From beginners looking to not get swept at their first race, all the way to advanced runners who have been doing this forever, who might have just hit a plateau. Why can we not crack the code to get to that next level of speed? In today's video, my solution for you is not flashy or very exciting, but damn does it work. This is tried and true. 4 single leg exercises that I do all the time. I do them with all my clients. I have seen them work for so many things related to speed and also in injury prevention. We're gonna get right into it here. First thing we're solving for today is your lack of power. Any run you do, even a short one, has thousands of steps contained in it. And imagine if we increase the power behind each of those steps, you would see a significant difference. For those of you guys aiming for a faster mile time or even a really fast 5K or 10K PR, you're looking to really push hard the whole time you're running that race. This is gonna help with that because we're gonna expose your weak spots in this single leg work. We're gonna see where you're losing power with each step. And the second thing we're solving for today is sustaining this power. How do we stay in that high effort for as long as we need to in a race setting or otherwise? When we do these exercises today, we're gonna be looking under the hood of the car, so to say. I am going to be exposing all of your issues, all of my issues. We all have them, and they get covered up by the motion of running oftentimes. When we run, we're always rebounding to the next step. We don't have to balance or stop on any one leg long enough for us to really understand what's breaking down. And when we do these exercises, especially through multiple rounds, and you'll feel that fatigue come in, we can see what's not doing its job, and we will get stronger on each individual leg. Pair that together, take it to your run, you're gonna be able to replicate those high-powered steps for longer. First thing I wanna show you guys is what it looks like when things start to break down. From a single leg position, you're starting to lose that power. Slow-mo video of the end of your race. Here's what a lot of us do, including myself a few years ago. When we start to get tired as we transfer our weight, we start to lean or sink into our hips. This feels in the moment like a nice kind of autopilot way to spring our weight back and forth to just get to the end. So exaggerated, it starts to turn into this lazy, leaned out hip on every single step. We talked about it in a video a few months ago, IT band related, why you have that pain there, but it can affect a lot of different things when you start to sink into the hip. Most importantly though, as we sink into the hip laterally, we take speed away from ourselves moving forward, right? With every step running, we want to be moving as fast as we can in a forward motion. That lateral hip sink takes more time, makes us land for longer, taking speed away. So we're actually spending time in lateral force versus only thinking about forward production. So just know that's already putting the brakes on things a little bit. And on top of it, as we fall into bad positions, we will notice in our exercises today, if you do sink into your hip, it's very hard to not start to use smaller areas of your leg that aren't really meant to work this hard. So when things break down, it starts a snowball effect. Ankle starts hurting, knee starts hurting, all because the hip went into a poor position and it trickles all the way down, right? So all the pain starts to get in your head, of course, and we know the end of a race, everything hurts, but it also is feeling like everything is stopping you from moving forward. So we're losing that production and we are starting to fall into bad patterns and compensations. All right, guys, so let's fix this issue once and for all. My goal is that at the end of this video, you have a very clear North Star understanding of what each leg should look and feel like. We are gonna uncover some issues today, I'm sure, and that's what we want because we can strengthen if we know what's going on, right? So I want you to understand what the position is that we're always going back to, which of course is gonna be hip stacked over knee over ankle, never letting this fall out, never dumping out the back, but always coming to a really strong position that can hold our body weight over that leg. We want both legs to look as similar as possible. And most importantly, guys, when you get tired, you're out there in your run, second half, I want you to always know what to go back to. In doing these exercises week after week, you are going to get stronger and really familiar in your single leg positions. How we do anything is how we do everything. So once you understand this, we can lift like this, run like this, do everything in the correct positions. And the more reps we do, the stronger we're gonna be for longer. First exercise is gonna be a single leg sit down stand up. I'm using the edge of my couch. You can use a chair or a bench, anything like that. You can even use the bed. Something higher off the ground is gonna be easier. Something lower to the ground is gonna be tougher. And I do wanna point out before we even do this exercise, even standing on one leg right now might be tough for you because you're putting all your body weight on 50% of your support, right? So even as you're brushing your teeth or doing errands or the dishes, start to play with single leg stands even outside of these exercises if you're totally unfamiliar. Also, I have my shoes off. I think it's very important to do this in socks or barefoot so you can really feel, we're gonna get to this, when you're using the bottom of your foot to grip and try to sustain your balance, because we want the bigger part of the leg to be doing the work. Anyway, let's get into it. So standing on one leg, I'm gonna be on my left. Other leg for right now is just gonna be propped on the ground. So very, very light. Think of it like a kickstand. It's there if I need it, but I'm hopefully not going to. And I'm gonna stack up nice and tall to start. This is always our neutral position now, right? Hip over knee over ankle. We're not sunk here. We're not dumping out the back. What I'm gonna do is reach with my hips back towards my surface that I'm sitting on, keeping the chest neutral, gaze on the horizon line, and I'm gonna slowly sit down. So I can fully put my weight down here. What I'm now gonna do is lift the toes off the ground of the foot, that's my standing one, my main focus leg, and I'm gonna dig hard into that heel and push my knee out laterally just a little bit. So I create some stability through the hip. This is what we're always looking for, a stacked position because we're stable starting at the hip. So I push hard into that heel. I'm not gonna use a big push off with my arms. I'm gonna try to just dig in and be patient, knee out just a little bit and reach my chest forward. And I drive down and up. So push to come up. I'm gonna repeat this again. I'm gonna reach it down, pause and freeze. So again, we're not looking for a rock to push us up. And I'm gonna dig and here. So I'm gonna reach it down and then I'm gonna freeze, dig into this heel, knee goes out. Patience, pull the belly button in and up. You should really feel it using the quad and the glute, of course. This is such a good one. We're gonna be doing sets of 8, but again, you can drop that down. I'll tell you the numbers at the end. This other foot is there if I need it, but eventually we are working, I'll switch legs, to single leg, sitting down, and then no momentum, pushing up. You can see it's so challenging. You go down, no momentum, push up. Basically a pistol squat. So that is exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is gonna be triple switches against the wall. This one really tests your position as you get tired, which is really good. So it'll get the heart rate up. So as you fatigue, you can really see when things start to get sloppy. Again, this is supposed to uncover things that we don't like about our running and our positions so that we can strengthen them very specifically. Which again, guys, reminder, we are trying to get faster. The stronger we are, the more we last, the faster we are for longer. So hands against the wall here, we're gonna take a nice little lean, not quite 45 degrees, but you can really feel your weight into those hands. And all we're doing is a high knee 3-step in place. Just worry about my feet here. I'm gonna bring one knee up and then switch and switch. So I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like this. It's gonna be much faster than that. I don't care right now how much the heel is kissing the ground. Ideally, I do want you to get it fully down so you can feel your butt turn on. But the idea here is that you're locking down on a straight position from the hip. So hip, knee, ankle. We're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Every time you freeze, I do want the heel down. I just don't care if it's down right now in the actual fast steps in between. So what I'm thinking about always when I land is I do not want to be tipped over if somebody pushed me. I want to be right there. 1, 2, lock. 1, 2, lock, just like this. And as my heart rate's coming up, I still want to be staying balanced over every single leg. I believe I have you guys doing 10 of these total. So 1, 2, 3, that's 1, 2, etc. So 10 total, but you get the idea here. It's really good agility work. Also helps with turnover in getting faster, which also helps obviously, but you are really testing the position as you start to get out of breath. Our third exercise is none other than the single leg deadlift. This is popular for a reason. It is so good for control, strength, longevity of form, and most importantly, in our sequence today, I'm using it to show you guys when the bottom of your foot is taking over in trying to balance or grip. So I want you guys to do this with no shoes. It's really important that you do so you can understand where your toes are starting to take over and in a lot of cases tighten that Achilles tendon, which we will not need when we run. We want a nice loose Achilles tendon when we run. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna start very simple. Standing on one leg, I want you to prop this back leg just like we did in the other one. Instead of in the front, we'll have it in the back as a kickstand. And we're gonna start with a simple good morning. So we're just gonna get used to flattening our body and coming up all using that single leg. So I can put my hands on the hips here, belly button's pulled in, hips are tucked under. As you know, hips, knee, ankle is stacked. All I'm gonna do is lean into my standing heel, hips go back, neutral chin, and I'm gonna flatten over. And from here, I'm gonna think about driving my hips forward and digging into the heel as I push up. I can use a little bit of speed there. I go over flat and up just like this. In the deadlift, we're gonna be doing a little bit more with it because I'm gonna have you take the leg off, and I'm going to have you guys pause at the bottom a little bit longer. So we're gonna take this leg off. Just do what you can here. Sometimes it helps to have a target, so I could use the edge of the couch again, chair or bench, something to touch, but you're not reaching for it. It's going straight down from where you are. So even just a fake object will help. Leg goes off. I'm finding a small bend in that standing leg. And again, I'm not letting this happen. You'll feel that immediately when you do that, you will not be able to balance. This is the beauty of the single leg work. You can't really fake it. So we're gonna keep everything nice and stacked, small bend so that we activate the glute, all right? And from here, same mechanics, tipping over hips back, lift those toes just a little bit, just so we can at least find the heel, and we're going over, and if we fall, that's okay. From here, we're gonna pull our belly button in, control our center, and from here, I'm gonna think hips forward and push up. I'm gonna go over, and pause, and up. You are already starting to notice, if you've tried this with me, the shin and calf are burning. They are trying to stabilize. That's what it's doing. What I wanted was to take the shoe off so that you guys could see when that's happening. Obviously, the bottom of the foot is going to try to help, but what I want for you guys is to know when that's going on. The same way we wouldn't go run by pushing through each part of our foot like a dance step, like a jump. We need to make it about the bigger muscles again that can last under load for longer. So pretend that your foot is cut off at the ankle. Let's try this again. Hands on hips this time. Finding our balance, take a couple hops till you really know where you are here. Hips are going back, you're in control. You tip, even if we start to lose it a little bit at any point, you regain that balance, belly button comes in to find your center, small bend down here, and I push up. You can even try a couple on both sides here. Back and up. Obviously, people use weights for single leg deadlifts all the time. That's something you can add in down the road. If you've never done them right now, it's plenty to just try to stay in a nice straight line, finding your balance at the bottom, finding your balance with your hips when you start to get thrown off, and coming to that standing position. Our third exercise is this. All right, guys, our final exercise today is the real test. It's gonna be a lateral hop on the single leg. I like to use a line or a crack in the floor to kind of have as a target, but you don't need it. You're gonna be standing on that single leg, of course, to start finding that balance, and we're just doing small hops. I would say like 4 inches each direction. Doesn't need to be a large hop here. We're gonna be just going back and forth, and I do want you to keep getting to the same spot you started. So as you get tired, I don't want that space between the hops to get smaller and smaller. So I stand here, this leg is off, hips back a little bit, you know our starting position, small bend here, and I can use the arms how I see fit, but my goal is to land back and forth in the jump. And the key again is to not use the foot. So we are using the glute, we are keeping the hip over the knee, and we are creating that movement, finding everything stacked, stacked, stacked. You will find in this one, as you get tired, this will start to want to happen, and you'll also find, wow, I'm losing power as soon as my hip sinks. So it's funny because this is a lateral hop, and my whole goal for you is to create more forward power. But in the test of the lateral jump on the single leg, you really feel how much power you lose in any sort of movement of your body weight when you let that hip sink. So whatever you guys need to do, try for a pause on some of the jumps so you can really test your balance here, but keep it loose, pushing. I kind of go through the mid part of my foot, but I'm not peeling off my foot, just kind of mid, back and forth, but I'm adjusting my body weight over using nice controlled systems, straight up and down, vertical, vertical. So I'm stacked each time from the push off to the land. Here, here, and obviously we'll do both sides of that one. You'll also notice if your knee starts to come in, we can fix that here too. So those are our 4 exercises. Here's how I want you guys to practice them. I want you to do 3 rounds total. We're going 8 per side of the single leg sit down stand up. As I said, if it's impossible to do this right now, even with another foot down, drop that to 6 or even 5 reps a leg. Then we're gonna move into our triple switches against the wall, holding on there. every stop is 1. So 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. You're going 10 total, so 5 per side to land on. Then we're moving into our single leg deadlifts. Again, I want 8 per leg. If it's too hard on that one, or at least through 8 reps, I want you guys to bring that back leg down and go into that good morning. That would be plenty, but I do want you to do 8 reps. 8 and 8, and then we finish with our single leg hops. This is a big one. I want you guys to do 30 total hops per leg, but each one counts as one. So out and back is technically 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. 30 on the first leg, 30 on the second. If this is too hard to do that single leg hop and keep balancing just on the one leg, I want you guys to either break it up into chunks. So you're doing sets of 6, sets of 10, taking breathers between, or if you need to just jump side to side at first, but still find that hop position, that will also give you a little bit of a break, but really challenge yourself to get back to the original model that I showed you today. 3 rounds total. I want you to take 90 seconds break in between your rounds. And I think this is a really good sequence to do in the front half of a strength workout. So do it once a week, pick one of your strength days, and do this almost as part of like the extended warm up. You will not believe how much better your lifts go after that because everything is firing so well. I hope you guys enjoy these exercises. I hope you see them work as fast as I did. They will really seriously make you have more power, increase that speed, and most of all, last when you're getting tired. All those little injuries, aches, and pains should start to fall away, and I really hope you guys go get those PRs. Let me know if we need anything else. Love you. Bye.